1090. Jake and DJ Vlad talk about Boston's top gangster, Whitey Bulger.
Whitey had an FBI handler that would just look out for him all the time. So whenever he was about to get arrested, his handler would be like, hey, get up out of here. You know, even when the whole indictment came with the Winter Hill Gang, Whitey was not one of the people that was arrested. Mm-hmm. And I guess what Whitey would do was he would work with this FBI agent and snitch on all his enemies. And I guess it was primarily Italian mafia guys.
Yeah, in the North End. That's like Boston's Little Italy.
Right.
So
he was basically at war with the Italians, and he would work with the FBI agent and told on the Italians and got them all arrested, and he would wipe them out legally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Whitey was always prepared to move at the drop of a dime. Like, he had no wife. I think he had a kid. Like John said, there was a kid that he had that was like secretive, and I guess the kid died at one point, but he didn't really have a bunch of attachments. So at the point that he was told that he was getting indicted, he had money stashed all over the world. You know, like, he just basically grabbed one of his girlfriends, went cross country, went to Santa Monica, had like 800,000 in the walls of his apartment, and was basically for like 30 years was living low key until he got caught. And as soon as he was put, I guess it was like a transfer that was happening, and they didn't really think about who he was around.
Yeah, I think they took him. I think they took him from Coleman in Florida, and they fucked up and they sent him general population, and what was it, in Virginia or whatever. And then one of the guys from the Springfield mob from Western Mass, they beat him to death. They, hit him with locks and socks. They cut his tongue out. They gouged his eyes out. They fucked him up decent.
Yeah, I guess when they found him, they couldn't even figure out who he was for a while because he was so mangled.
Yeah.
That they couldn't even figure out who the hell this person was until they finally was like, oh shit, this is Whitey Bulger. And he was like 85 at the time.
He was old as shit, bro, because you got to understand, like, Whitey was in Alcatraz when Alcatraz was a fucking prison. Like, that's some old throwback shit. Whitey was a part of when the government was giving people LSD and testing what it did to them. And, like, he went through a whole lot of shit.